Hey guys, it's Spy Cat, and today I'm going to be talking about my movies about bank robberies, movies about people taking over a train or a bus or a plane or something like that, and or movies where they like come across money and they got everyone's against them and trying to get them and stuff. I got a huge pile of movies there. I got a pile of movies here. I watched Mad City last night with John Travolta where he wants his job back and he takes over the museum. And it just made me kind of want to do a video on all my movies like that. So let's get started, guys. And I'll tell you what's my favorite movies and what ones I haven't seen because I'm a collector and I definitely have movies that I haven't seen, but I just grabbed them. Let's get started. So I got Money for Nothing, Blu-ray. This is the only Blu-ray movie that I have about money stealing and stuff like that. Really good movie. This is definitely goes in my top 10 of these type of movies. John Cusack comes across all this big bag of money, like $1 million or something like that. And it's a good movie. Definitely goes down in one of my top 10. Can't talk about movies each one or I'm going to be here for an hour, guys. So I'm trying to go fast. Just talk a little bit about the movie unless I really like the movie. A Perfect World, Clint Eastwood and Kevin Costner. This movie, they rob a bank in the beginning of the movie and they take a kid hostage and really good movie. Kevin Costner plays the kind of good guy, but he's still like a robber. Really sad ending. I don't want to ruin it for people about this, but it's a really good movie. Part of the Clint Eastwood collection. I got Men at Work. This is an out-of-print movie, kind of hard to find. Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez. I can't remember if this is a bank robbing movie, but it's still in the same genre of what I'm trying to talk about. I got John Q. Denzel Washington definitely goes down in one of my top 10 of movies like this. His kid needs a transplant because he's like going to die unless he gets like like a liver or heart or something. I forgot, but this is a really good movie, really sad. He goes all out for this kidney or whatever to get for his son that's dying, and he just goes in the hospital, doesn't accept no for an answer, takes over the whole hospital. Really good movie. If you haven't seen this, see it. I also got Heat. Have to have Heat in the collection. Definitely one of my top 10 on bank robbing movies of all time. 2-disc edition, Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Great movie, 2-disc edition. Got a whole bunch of special features on there. I got The Town with Ben Affleck. This is a great movie. This is a raw movie, guys. A lot of action. Really good. And I think it's got no, it doesn't have an alternate ending. But great bank robbing movie, guys. I got Set It Off. Who doesn't have Set It Off? This is definitely the best women bank robbing movies that was ever made. And I remember I saw this in the theater when I was a kid. I begged my foster parents to let me see it. But just a great movie. Set It Off. Queen Latifah. Raw movie. Half Past Dead. They just take over a prison for some reason. It's okay. I like that it's Ja Rule's first movie, I think. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. This movie, I think, is out of print. Jeff Bridges, one of his first movies. They just get in a lot of trouble. I think that they rob a couple... I think it's kind of like they rob stores or banks. Pretty sure that's what this is about. Good movie, though. I also got The Lookout. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in this one about a bank robbery. Pretty good movie. Okay, not in my top 10. I got Cassandra Crossing with Burt Lancaster. Martin Sheen about a train robbery. They take over the train. Really good movie. Old school, like 70s or something. Taking a Telegram 1, 2, and 3. Denzel Washington, John Travolta. Great movie, but it doesn't even compare to the Walter Matthau version of this movie. Die Hard, they take over the building. Everyone's seen Die Hard. I'd say this is 11. I wouldn't call this one of my top 10. Still a great movie, though. Derailed with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where they take over the train. Whole bunch of action. He's doing his split kicks and all kinds of kicks. Just kicking ass. Air Force One with Harrison Ford. They take over the plane. They take the president hostage. Harrison Ford plays as the president. Great movie. I saw this like 10 times when I was a kid. It was my favorite movie in 95 or 6 or maybe 7. I can't remember. Had to catch my breath there for a second, guys. All right, Drugstore Cowboy, one of Matt Dillon's first movies. They're drug addicts, and the whole movie's about them going to convenience stores and pharmacies, and they're just stealing whatever they can find of prescription pills. I guess they're addicted to that. I think this movie's out of print, too. Really good movie. Point Break, definitely in my top 10 bank robbery movies. Great movie, Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves. R.I.P. to Patrick Swayze. This is one of his best movies and one of the best bank robbing movies that was ever made. Simple Plan, Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, one of their first movies together, or both of their first movies around the 90s, I think. Really good movie, and it's an hour and 2-hour movie too, so really good movie. They come across money, they all start fighting over who's going to get it, and really good movie though. This is actually definitely in my top 1 to 10. If you guys count that I had more top 10s, oh well, too bad. I probably have more than 10, but I'm just thinking I probably have about 10 of my all-time, but I have a lot of movies. Out in 50, Mickey Rourke. I never saw this movie. I just read that it's about, Out in 50, 50 seconds? Or I guess it's like some kind of robbing movie, bank robbing movie. Might not be, though. I couldn't find myself to watch this one. Dead Presidents, definitely in my top 10. Great movie, really great movie. They're in the war. It's almost like as good as Forrest Gump, because in the beginning they show them in the war, Vietnam. Then they come out. Chris Tucker's hooked on drugs, and they decide to rob a bank delivery truck, I guess, and just goes the opposite way that they think it should go. Con Air. They take over a plane. Great movie, in my top 10. John Cusack, John Malkovich, Nicolas Cage. I saw this when I was about 15 years old. I loved it. Great movie. Not necessarily about bank robbing, but on that same taking over something type of movie. Dark Knight. I put this in my bank robbery movie video because it's not really about bank robbing, but in the beginning of the movie, there's a great scene where they go in a bank and take over with Joker. And that's why I threw that in there. Great movie. I got London with, who's in this? Jason Statham. I don't know why this is in here. I meant to get Bank Job, so who cares? That's a good movie too. They're drug addicts. Inside Man, they take over a bank. Great movie. Not as much action as I thought it was going to be, more on the make you think type of bank robbing movies, but still a great movie. Jodie Foster, all-star cast, Clive Owen. I got Normal Life. This is a TV movie, a really good movie. They're drug addicts, and they're just robbing stores or banks or something like that. A lot of people don't know about this movie, but it's a good movie. Luke Perry, Ashley Judd. Money Train, Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, Jennifer Lopez, one of her first movies before or after Selena. Great movie, though. This is just a great movie. Sudden Death, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He takes his kid, I guess he's separated from his wife, he's doing a visit. He picks up his kid, they go to a hockey game, and somebody wants to take over the hockey game. And he finds out about it and tries to stop it from happening. I watched this so many times when I was a kid. Jean-Claude Van Damme's one of my favorite actors, action actors when I was a kid. Still is. Breakheart Pass, Charles Bronson. This is like 70s or, 75. And they try to take over a train, I think, and rob it. It's kind of more on the Western side of movies. Train Robbers, another Western movie, John Wayne, where they try to rob trains too. Alright guys, we're on my last stack of movies. Let's get through it. Just didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. But and this is just a rough draft. I didn't have time to go through all my movies, but this is just most of them that I could think of. Al Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon, great bank robbing movie. Goes in my top 10 movie. Kind of a depressing movie. Al Pacino plays a really sad, depressed character in this movie. And he robs a bank, I think. Yeah, he robs a bank, and it's... I just remember this movie being really on the sad side. Counterfeit, I haven't watched this movie. It looked like kind of, I guess they're counterfeiting money, and that's what this movie's about. But hard movie to find. I got it from Diamond Video. This isn't your normal video. It might be out of print. Bank Job, definitely in my top 10 bank robbing movies. The thing about this movie is that they go underneath the bank to rob it, so it's a really great crime story of that. Here's the original, Taking in Telegram 1, 2, and 3. Great movie. Walter Matthau plays the police officer. Great movie. This is 100 times better than the Denzel Washington one, and definitely way better. Top 10. This has got to be in my top 3. This is a really slow movie about they just rob one bank and they're on the run the rest of the movie, but Walter Matthau plays the main bank robber, and it is just a superb movie. Really makes you think, really crimey, and a great bank robbing scene in the beginning of the movie. Take the Money and Run, Out of Print, Woody Allen. Kind of on the comedy side of robbing banks, but I threw it in there anyway. Romeo is Bleeding, Bonnie and Clyde type of movie. They're just robbing stuff, maybe banks. Haven't seen this one yet. I got this on my last Random Pickups episode 20 episode that I did. Along with Boxcar Bertha. Glad I found this movie to add to the bank robbing, train robbing movies. Kind of Bonnie and Clyde without the Clyde, I guess you could say. But part of the Avant-Garde collection. Think it's out of print. Tower Heist. It is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller. Kind of more of a comedic Robin movie. Got this at Goodwill. Pretty cool. It's alright. Not one of my favorites. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. This movie is a really dramatic movie. Phyllis Seymour Hoffman and Ethan Hawke have it out to, or one of them has it out to kill the dad and get the money or something like that. And Ethan Hawke's not really into it, but Philip Seymour Hoffman comes up with a plan. He's an older brother, and it just goes to shit. Great movie, though. Great acting. This is in my top 2 movies. I just love the story of this. Guy loses his job after so long. They're laying him off. He's kind of slow in the head. Goes in to the museum to get his job back. The boss is a bitch. She won't listen to him. So he brings a gun, and it just takes a little detour, and then he ends up, a school of kids is on a field trip, and he doesn't know that, and he has to lock the door, so he has all them hostage. Really sad ending. One of my favorite movies of all time, though. Passenger 57, Wesley Snipes. Great movie about... somebody is on a plane, terrorist or something? I can't remember. 3,000 Miles to Graceland. They dress up as Elvises and they're robbing banks. Okay movie. Not one of my favorites, but still a good bank robbing movie. Sugarland Express. Haven't watched this one. It's a Steven Spielberg movie. Can't remember if this is about bank robberies. Oh no, they kidnap. Well, it's in this video anyway. Same kind of thing. You know what I mean, guys. Crisscross. This movie is an old movie. This is actually 48. Burt Lancaster. Kind of a crime movie. I can't remember what this is about. I think it's about kind of a... Oh, yeah, it is about a robbery. They rob a bank. slow movie. Film noir is a kind of slower movie than action. Great Train Robbery, Sean Connery. Horrible expression. I'm not going to ever try to do that again, guys. Don't worry. Donald Sutherland, they rob a train. Old school movie. Had to throw that in there. One False Move, Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton. Great movie. You know, they go in I think they're in a convenience store and it just goes to hell. Somebody gets shot when they're trying to rob the store or something. Don't really remember it, but it's a good movie. I love Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton. Kansas, I can't remember if they rob a bank or they escape jail, but this has just got thrown in the thing of movies. And a couple movies I have, but I forgot to throw in here is Robbery and, Robber and the Quick Change with Bill Murray, kind of where he dresses up as a clown and they're robbing banks and stuff. But that's it for this one, guys. Unless you want me to get the movies that I didn't want to put in the video, why not? Let's just do it. And here's just some movies I didn't feel that were bank robbery movies that if my time runs out on the phone, they're last. So who cares? Stolen, Nicolas Cage. You know, they steal his daughter or something and he's after him. Thelma and Louise. I think they rob a convenience store. Great movie, though, in my top 10. The Yards. I think this is on the... Yeah, I think they rob something. Kind of a crime movie. Who cares? Red Eye. Weird thriller movie about a guy who takes over the plane, I think. Oh, I didn't even add Turbulence to this pile of movies. All well. Flight Plan, Jodie Foster, same kind of movie. She's tripping about that. She thinks that somebody took her daughter. Really weird movie. The Brave One. This isn't really about train robberies or robberies, but still a good movie. Fled. Oh, this is the movie I was thinking of. Fled. They escaped jail. Great movie. Well forgotten about. One of my favorite movies. They're on the run. Really cool movie. Still About It. Are you still about it? I'm still about it. Master P in a movie. They're robbing something. You know, it's okay. I didn't really like it that much. Atlantic City. Burt Lancaster. Susan Sarandon. Great movie. He finds like a huge bag of coke worth like thousands of dollars. And he's trying to sell it before the people find him out and try to kill him. Susan Sarandon's one of her first movie roles. Trespass, Nicolas Cage. They kind of take over their house. Kind of a cool movie. And Seeking Justice. Nicolas Cage, they're always after his family or someone. But that's it, guys. I can think of a lot of movies I forgot to throw in here, but hope you liked the video. And stay tuned for next time. What should I do next time, guys? I'm not sure. I'll probably do... I did my kids' movies. I think I'm going to do classic movies, because I have a lot of classics. I'll do those ones next. Till next time, guys, Spy Cat signing off.